Hi guys! So, I thought I'd do a fun Christmas craft with some acrylic pouring. And I've created this vinyl decal. I printed it out because I know sometimes when I show the vinyls it's hard to see. So this is going to be cut out of white vinyl and applied to this. This is going to be a multi-step Christmas project. I don't know if you guys have seen yet, but at Michael's they have these wooden canvases that are really cool. So this one's a 12 by 12. They have a few different sizes. This is unfinished, so basically any unfinished wood, you always got to apply a layer of gesso first. So here I just used some gesso. I just applied a thin layer to the sides, to the top, and I'm going to do my acrylic pour on this, let it dry, and then I'm going to apply this vinyl on top of the dried acrylic pour. I kind of want to do a night scene. That's why I'm going to cut this design out with white vinyl. And then I'm actually going to add some lights. So I'll show you guys. I'll show you what I got. You can get these on Amazon. You can get them, I got these at Costco. They're these little LED lights, micro lights. And what I'm going to do with these is once I have this design on, I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to drill tiny little holes for the stars, and I'm going to apply this, and then I'm going to coat the whole thing in resin. It's going to be a process, but I'm going to show you how to do it on wood. That's why I like that Michael's has these wooden canvases now. And I'm also going to show you how to do it on a canvas. So for a 10 by 20 canvas where we don't apply the lights, I'm just going to sprinkle some stars. So either way, it should be a couple of cute projects with this vinyl, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. So, also, I'm going to be selling these vinyls on my CraftyJenn art store. There's a link in the description if you want to check it out. So I'll have the size for the 12 by 12, and also I'll have one for like a 10 by 20 size canvas. So they'll be different. It'll be under Christmas trees and deer. And yeah, should be pretty fun. Okay, so I have mixed up, because I want to do it kind of a night scene. I've got some black. I went with some blue, some deep blue. So this is Brilliant Blue by Artist Loft. And I went with a color shift blue. So I'm not sure what I'm going to get with all of this. I went with Folk Art Color Shift. So this one is the Turquoise Aqua Flash. So I'm thinking, like, I didn't want to put too much black. I'm just pushing the silicone down. If you're ever interested in how I mix my paint, I have my ebook also on the CraftyJenn art store. And it's just easier than writing it always in the comments, so you can always go check that out. It's not very expensive, so yeah. Alright, I'm going to pour. I'm going to do a dirty flip cup, I think, because I'm just going to cover this. So I'm going to do black first, and then some blue. Okay, so I just added the color flash. I'll add some blue. Maybe a little bit more black. Some more color flash. And then a bit more of the blue. Ooh, it's looking pretty cool already. Okay, so I'm going to flip it onto the wooden canvas. The nice part about the wooden canvas is that when you go to resin, you don't have to worry about supporting the canvas or anything. I'm just going to make sure that you guys are still in frame. Okay. So, without further ado, ooh, that looks really cool. Give it a little bit of a torch. Ooh, I think that's going to turn out really cool. So I'm just going to help spread it across. And today I am working on the Love Life super large silicone mat that I talked about in the last video. And this time I'm going to try, see how it goes with the, I'm going to do a paint skin on it. And sorry to Smart Art, I kept calling it Smash Art. I think because I was smashing with a sponge in my last video. But thank you everybody for noticing that I kept calling it Smash Art instead of Smart Art box in the last video. But yeah, some super fun projects there. Okay. So I'm just going to pull it back. Ooh, pretty. Always good to have some paper towel. I was worried it was going to be too bright with these colors, but it's actually turned out really nice. That's why I added the black in there, to give it a nice dark scene for when I add the vinyl on top. I think it's going to look really cool. So you just want to make sure to catch any of your edges. Has paint. I just pick it up off the sides and make sure they're covered. That is looking pretty cool. Let's give it another good torch. It's good to torch the sides a bit because you also get some cells on the sides. Ooh, pretty. I think that looks awesome. I'm super excited for this to dry and for me to show you how we're going to apply the vinyl. This time when we apply the vinyl though, unlike the silhouettes, I'm going to leave the vinyl on top and pour resin over and everything. So I think it's going to be really cool. And I'm super excited about these new wooden canvases from Michael. So I think you guys will enjoy those with if you want to do resin or anything on top. So I'm going to let this one dry and come back when it's all dry and show you guys how I apply the vinyl. Okay, so I really like it. It's nice and dark, which I wanted for like a nighttime scene. I have cleaned it with some isopropyl alcohol just to get all the silicone off. So you can get that at Walmart or anywhere super cheap, even Amazon. And this is on the new Michael's wooden canvases. So it's super pretty. Alright, so I have my vinyls cut out. Might be a little hard to see them because it's white on white. But I had showed you guys a printout of what they look like. So that's what it's going to look like on here. That's why I wanted to do this dark. So these are the deer, and then these are the trees. And it's super easy. So I'm going to sell these on my CraftyJenn art store. And they'll come like this. And all you got to do is just peel them off and apply them onto your acrylic pour. So with this one, I think I might put the trees first. So you just got to be careful when you peel them off. And what you can do is start one. Let's see, I should be able to just peel it off. Just gotta make sure it doesn't go back on itself. And they are like re-stickable. So if you put it down and it's not where you like it, like this is too high, I can just move it a little bit. I'm going to put one right here. Oops, I gotta come down a bit. Just like that. Ooh, that looks really cool. I see I forgot to weed a bit of the a little bit of the tree out. Just they have a couple little, yeah, just stick it under there. See if I can get that one. Well, I can always get that one after. But that looks really cool. Now, with this one, what I would normally do, so if you don't want a resin on top, I would do a layer of Liquid X gloss and then put the vinyl into the gloss wet. But because I'm going to add a layer of resin on top, I'm not really worried because these would peel off because I haven't, it's just sticky, but it's not like permanent adhesive. So but I'll be doing that on the canvas. So I did another one like this, but on canvas, just to show you guys there's different ways of accomplishing these ones. So with this, I'm just going to peel off the next tree. And I like how it's showing up really good against the dark. And you could just put them as far apart as you want, as close as you want, as crooked as you want. It's kind of all up to you, really. Okay. So I made these vinyls 12 by 12 inches high because this is a 12 by 12 canvas. You can just fold over those edges, or I might just cut them off. And then the last tree on this side. Da-da-da-da. Super cute. Look at that. That is looking pretty awesome. And then I'm going to put this tree on this side. This is a big tree. I just want to be careful I don't stick it to itself kind of thing, because this has two branches. So I'm going to pick it up with two fingers at the top. I'm just going to line the bottom up with the bottom of the canvas, just like so. And I'm just going to lightly push down. If you get like a bubble, you can just lift up. and then push the rest of it down. Get that branch on there. So it's a bit crooked. There we go. Beautiful. There are the trees. And I might just snip the tops of these off because they're a little bit too long. So I'm gonna turn it. I'm just gonna snip a bit of the top off. Because I'm gonna be putting resin on top. So it's gonna kind of go over the edges anyways. Well, that one folds over. Alright. Now for the deer. I think it looks super pretty. The deer might be a little tricky, but you just go slow. What I could do is start them at the bottom. Well, maybe the back end here of the deer. It's got a bit more beef to it. What I might do is just kind of do this. Because it's a little tricky because of his antlers. So I gotta get this baby deer off. There we go. Ta-da! So just kind of be careful when you take the deer off, because the antlers could give you some trouble. And I'm going to position the mama deer first. There we go. So before applying this vinyl, I did remove all the silicone off the canvas, just so you know, otherwise these probably wouldn't stick as good as they do. But I think that looks pretty awesome. And you can turn your canvas and choose whichever way you want it to, your cells to be and stuff, but I think that looks so cool. Super excited about this one. I'm just going to show you how nice and shiny it is with that color flash paint. That looks awesome. So that is applying the vinyl. You just kind of press all the bubbles out, kind of press it in line, and super fun. Now you could leave it like this, but I'm going to add some lights into the mixture. So I told you guys before that I'd got these at Costco, or you can get them on Amazon. There'll be links in the description for any of this stuff. And let's see here. Just gonna pull this out. One of them. I think this one I put batteries in it. Ah, yes. Cool. So here's my plan. Is I'm gonna drill tiny little holes through the painting to kind of make like stars, and then I'm going to tape all this on the back, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it, and then that way these stars will light up in behind the deer and the birch trees. Alright, so I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to peel this all off and get the drill ready, and then I'll be back. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching part 1 of 2. So this is a photograph of the piece before I applied the resin. It does have the lights and everything applied. So part 2, you can watch me drill the holes, apply the lights, and pour the resin. And I think it looks so awesome and turned out really beautiful. I hope you guys enjoy creating your own. Thank you so much for using my Amazon links. I get a small commission from it, and I greatly appreciate everyone who uses them, as every little bit helps. And check out my CraftyJenn art store if you'd like to purchase these vinyls and create your own beautiful Christmas artwork. I hope you guys have a blast creating them, and thank you so much.